If you felt hidden, frustrated, that you're spinning wheels, wasting time and money, when you know you have what it takes to make it big, then this podcast is for you. If you're ready to step in the spotlight, catapult to stardom, then Be a TV Host podcast is for you. Here's your host, Diane Forster.
Well, hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to Be a TV Star Host podcast. I am your host. I'm known as the TV Host Maker because I help you stand out like the shiny, bright star that you are. I get you to where you help more people, make more money, and have more fun. And this podcast is all about helping you do all of that and then some. And if you are new here, I want to say welcome to our podcast. It's so great to have you here. Yay. This is episode number, hold on, let me see what we are. We are at number 27. 27 podcasts. We've been doing 3 podcasts a week since we launched on May 20th. And I am so excited to have you here. So if you haven't been here before, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. Go check out some of the other episodes. Give us a rating, hopefully a 5-star rating, and a review, because the reviews have been phenomenal. They have been the thing that's driving me. So here's the exciting news about our podcast. My little show here is in top 5% globally of podcasts in the world already, with 20 plus episodes, which means that the content that we are providing for you is really resonating with you. And based on what your comments are, I can tell that's true, because you're getting game-changing advice, personal branding that you've never gotten before, how you can get your message out into the world in a way that you've never been able to do that before. And so that just thrills me to death. So keep those comments coming. Please keep sharing this show with other people. Now, if you've been here before, I want to say welcome back, because I feel you and I love you and I'm so grateful to have you here. All right. So let me get into this right away, because there's a couple things that I want to share straight out of the gate. Last time we talked about being exceptional will make you stand out. And I talked about the C student, as I'm doing air quotes in case you're listening to this and not watching it, the C student mentality that's out in the world right now, especially in our country and the United States, who's supposed to be, all that in a bag of chips. We're ranked 28th in intelligence, 28th. And the reason why is somewhere along the line, it got okay to be mediocre. And that's just not okay with me. I have twins. They're in their mid-20s. They want to get married and have children, and I want to have grandchildren. I want to have great-grandchildren. I want to live in a country that's thriving, that produces quality organic produce. Our meat is sustained in a way that is healthy in the environment for the animals. I want a million other things. I want my children to be able to live in a country that is supportive, that their children's needs are taken care of, their needs are taken care of, whatever it is, financially, health, whatever it is. And then I want us to be able to pass on to our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, a world where they can live in peace, harmony, and happiness. My God, is that not the ultimate dream for all of us? How in the heck did we get to this cockamamie place? I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it on this episode, but stay tuned, because I'm going to. Because remember, I'm channeler and I'm receiving a lot of information. So, but what I want to share is that what I talked about in the last episode was the fact that we are living in a world that is okay with mediocrity. And I cited 3 stories of me out in everyday life dealing with this BS where people couldn't help me. And you know what? Most of them didn't care. That's not okay. That is not okay. This is your life. This is your brief blip of time on this planet. You have your kids and their kids and their kids. This is the legacy that you're leaving. You need to show up 100%. And I'm going to be hardcore today, and I'm going to be strong and straight because that's how I roll. And it's never that I'm yelling at you or I'm fighting with you, ever. I'm fighting for you because I know personally I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't get the kick in the pants that I needed along the way to say, Diane, quit, resting on your laurels. That's not working anymore. You keep saying this, but you want that. How are you ever going to get there with saying this and doing that? You're not gonna. You're gonna have to get uncomfortable. You're gonna have to do the things that you don't want to do. And that's what I'm telling you. So not in a negative way, but what I want to say is that your ability to make a difference, to stand out, to be exceptional, all of those things is going to serve you really well. And how are you going to do it? Which leads me into today's episode. Today's episode is all about how do you build that audience, that loyal following that is hanging on every word you say, which, by the way, you guys, you are hanging on mine. You like what I'm delivering. You like what I come here with. You like how raw and real I am. You like how I get straight to the point. You like that the fact that when you leave this episode, you have actionable steps that not only can you do, they're easy to do. They don't cost you any money. They barely cost you any time. All they take is intention. How can you do that with your skill set and what you do to your audience? Ding, ding, ding. That is the question of the hour. So what I'm going to share with you today are strategies on how you can do that. Because how you build a loyal audience is through long form content. Here's how I'm doing it with you guys. I'm telling you stories. I'm recounting real things that happen in my life. I'm telling you how I feel when it's happening and what's going on, how the response is, and then what is the aftermath. I'm telling you all of this. And you're sitting here glued to the edge of your seat, listening to every word, going, what's happening next? What's happening next? This isn't manipulation in any way, you guys. This is the way we want to be communicated with. You know how we want to be communicated with? Like I'm sitting across the table at a restaurant talking to a girlfriend who is like my bestie, and I can tell her anything, and she's going to sit there and she's going to listen, and she's going to listen with zero judgment, and she's going to hear what I have to say, and based on what I say, she's going to determine how far she can go with her feedback. That is real communication. That is how you're going to build a loyal audience. You're going to speak to them like you're talking to your best friend. Please do that. You are not better than the person on the other side of that camera or that microphone. You are not. You have no idea what that person has been through. All your job is to show up and be as honest and vulnerable as you possibly can. Whenever I'm out speaking, or even when I'm hosting my show, including this show right now, if you see what I'm doing, what I am doing is very, very intentional. I'm sharing a story, I'm sharing the outcome, then I'm sharing the lesson I learned from it. That is what makes people addicted to you. They can't wait to hear what you're going to say next. They actually don't care about most of the fundamental things about the story. They care about, how does she wrap this up for me? And then what is that thing I'm going to get? Because we're always, as consumers, now I'm speaking from the consumer side, as consumers, we're always waiting on the other end for it. What's in it for me? The WIFM. What's in it for me? They want to know, where is it? Where's the thing? Where's the goodie? Where's the outcome? What is it? So you have to deliver it. So I want you, as your intentional implementation for this week, and don't worry, we're not done with the show yet, but I'm giving it to you now early, is I want you to start looking at your life every single day, in every single moment, looking at it as the two things I always say them out loud, people: open and curious. How am I being open and curious right now? How can I equate what's happening right now to me to somebody else? So they might get the lesson now and not actually have to go through it. Or when they do go through it, they pick up on it immediately. That's powerful leadership. That's powerful hosting. That is powerful transformation. It's so awesome. So awesome. Amazing, right? So this is how you build relationship with your audience. And the thing is, you have to get comfortable knowing that you probably won't ever hear on the other side what you did, except for those rare moments. Now, two of my hosts launched their shows, and they launched them a week apart. And one of them got 6,600 views of her show, and the other one got 6,000. More views than they've ever in their lives gotten on social media, straight out of the gate. They were so excited. Now, they'll probably not hear from the people who they inspired, but they impacted them. And they impacted them to the point where they came back and back and back. And those numbers will continue to grow and grow and grow. So you have to know that your job is to just keep showing up and standing out, being vulnerable, and making your audience want to come back over and over and over again, like mine does. And then those rare occasions come where one day you're sitting at home alone on a Saturday night and you get a random email from some woman who's about to end her life, and she prays to God for a sign, and my show comes on. And she hears my story about my suicide attempt and who I am and what I'm doing right now. And all of a sudden she has hope. And all of a sudden she reaches out to me and tells me, I hope this message reaches Diane. And her message comes to me at the exact right moment that I needed to hear it. Because at that moment, I was going through, what the heck am I doing all this for? Like, what is it all for? I feel like there's nothing there. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not effective. You don't see gravity, and yet you know it's real. You need to put your work out into the world in the way that only you can. So a loyal audience, when you have them, they are there for life. Look at the fans of Friends, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I don't watch it now because I don't have access to it. But if I did, when I'm ready and it's late at night and I just want to scroll and I just want to decompress, you can bet I would be looking for Friends. I would be looking for the thing that brings me solace and comfort and peace and expectation of knowing what is going to happen. That's who you want to be. You want your loyal audience to know what to expect when they come to your show. That's why you need to work with me, so that we can lay out your show in a way that they know what to expect. They're never going to be thrown off like you're going to throw something at them that they don't expect. They're going to trust you. They're going to love you. They're going to come back over and over and over again. So your intentional implementation this week is to take a look at everything that you're doing and how are you engaging your audience? What is the long form content you're going to be providing to your audience that shows you authentically, vulnerably, and yet inspires them, empowers them, and educates them, and also entertains them? And I'm here to help you. We have our Star Academy for you. We have the TV Host Maker live event coming up. You guys, this is it. This is your last chance to come to TV Host Maker Live, this 3-day virtual event. Absolutely last chance. And early bird ticket pricing is going away. Buy your ticket now. Wait till the end of the show so you can go to our site. There'll be a drop-down box. Grab your ticket. Just get your ticket now so that you can get in there. There's only 100 seats, and when they're done, they're done. I keep my events very small and intimate because I want to be able to work with you personally. I would love to work with you. So that's what I want you to do for this week. Really take a look at all of that. Remember that the reason you are going to stand out and create loyalty with your audience is everything that I shared with you today about how to be loyal with them, how to have them trust you and love you. All right. If this is your first time here, again, please subscribe to the show. Please give us a 5-star rating and a review. They mean the world to me. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Now, before I fade to black, I want to tell you what's coming up because I'm so excited about this. My next episode, I am going to be talking about the stepping stone versus the straight path. You could take all the steps to get to all the places that you think you have to go, or you can go straight to the top. And I'm going to teach you how during our next episode. So that's it for this week's episode. Join us next time on Be a TV Star Host. Take care. Bye-bye.
So that's it for today's episode of TV Star Host Podcast. Head on over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen and subscribe to the show. One lucky listener every single week that posts a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts will win a chance in the grand prize drawing to win a $25,000 private VIP day with Diane Forster herself. Head on over to tvstarhostpodcast.com and pick up a free copy of Diane's gift and join us on the next episode.